able to have a lot of wins on this map historically as a group, essentially, which is a really good thing to see. And the same thing over for the side here for Marsborn, where not as many, official maps for them per se, but I mean, again, they've also played matches against Nouns, M80, where those games have been relatively close as well in terms of score lines, like 13-9 losses, like a 16-14 loss. So in all, like it really does feel like this is like the best matchup that we could have here to start this best of one. I mean, the veto, like I was kind of curious if they were going to go to Ancient or if they would have tried to do something a little bit different, just because we know that, Anubis is a good map as well for Blue Jays. We know they like Nuke in, a lot of their practice as well. So I think this is a good starting point here to see what Marsborn can bring to the table, because again, I think there's a lot of expectations for, Blue Jays debut, but at the same time, Marsborn are in kind of a unique position where they really do need to get themselves some wins, and they got to get it quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And their backs are up against a wall in some senses in this matchup specifically. And you talk about all these close losses and the amount of heartbreak that Marsborn have been having. This is where I think you add in Grizz into that conversation, and it becomes a completely different one. Maybe this guy can get you an extra round here and there, maybe a clutch if he's put on it the other side of the map. And if that's possible, then hey, we've got a real game on our hands. But I got to talk about the rifle core of the Blue Jays and how the potency that they've shown. I mean, of course, Wolf is top of the table as far as Blue Jays players are concerned on one end, but you've also got this aggressive rifler in Fruit Cup, who honestly I was really worried about losing his captain in Cryptic, whether his level could be maintained. He had a little bit of land exposure after the Shanghai RMR. And now I just feel like he's really turning a corner in his development. He's becoming a little bit more independent. He's becoming a little bit more stronger in terms of individual mechanics. And they're giving him a little bit more space to do what he wants. Now that he's getting a little bit more comfortable in this more deeper end of ECL. And I'm very excited to see his development in a matchup like this against Marsborn, where it will be stiffer competition. But I think he's very well ready for such a test, and I think he's risen to that occasion multiple times already.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, the other thing I was kind of, for me, I thought I was a little bit surprised about with like a team like Blue Jays is like Freshie. I mean, I feel like we've seen him on different teams before where he's been able to play some unique roles. He was like an entry at one point. He was kind of that like sole rifler. Now I feel like he's kind of playing this more support avenue, right? I mean, I think he's got some good firepower, based with his team. So, I mean, for him, I'm going to be curious how he's going to be able to, keep maintaining his role as well, because I think that's been a bit of an adjustment from what I remember. But look, we're not going to have to wait much longer. We're ready to go. Blue Jays is going to be starting on the CT side, Marsborn on the T side. And now it's all come down to this. Like we said, the number one team of Blue Jays